It's one of those ideas I don't know if we should be proud of or embarrassed of. Good morning. It is now 2024 and it's cold outside. It's really cold today. We're all bundled up and we got the fire going inside. It's pretty nice. But we decided we want to get some more progress made on our front porch here. This is a cedar that we milled from our property, cut down the trees, milled it, and did this. And we kind of just stopped, let it dry for a little bit. Now we need to just finish it off, get rid of these supports. We want to take down all these rafters and then cut them so that they have a level spot on there so that we can put in a soffit and maybe some downlights eventually. So this is kind of like what we did on, or actually this is what we did on our actual roof. So we just need to make that cut on all of them. So we have that. And then we also got the Dovo laser level set up, and we were just kind of checking over everything because this beam, it's kind of bowed a little bit. So there's this gap right here. So we were checking that, and it does look like either side is up by just maybe like 1/4 of an inch, but it's definitely bowed up way more than that. So we're probably gonna bring the tractor over here, pull it down, and then secure it in place. So we're gonna take down all those rafters, make those cuts, and then put them back up and actually secure them in. And then eventually we're also gonna be doing some cedar planks to put on top as decking, and then metal roof's gonna go on top of that. So basically when you're standing under the porch, you're gonna look up and just see cedar everywhere. So that should be pretty cool. We're gonna get started on this and see how far we can make it in this cold. What are you doing, Sage? She's just so unaffected by the temperature. When it's cold, she just still wants to just run around and chase mice.
Are you recording?
I think so.
It's just not screwed on very good. Remember, we were just temporary doing it, so that's all the stuff we have to do. Put some glue and some crack. Pretty gnarly. Maybe.
Don't really use it this much.
Clean it up. Got your little fur strips on there. That makes Tanner happy. Sage, come here.
So we put up this ledger with these long ledger screws, and these two on the end ended up being a little long, and so they came through on the other side. So we're just gonna replace those with some shorter screws. Long. That's like double the length. Doesn't really seem like it did much. All right, so we ended up having a change of plan because the new screws ended up being too short. These ones were probably double the length. So instead we added a block on the other side and just drilled into that. So now still nice and strong. We're gonna go ahead and put another bolt in on this side. This is what we're gonna put it in with, this bolt, and we did the same bluing that we did on our beam. I'll link a video to that. So we got 2 of those per Tilt it up. Tilt it. Yeah, that'll do it. What? So that'll do it. We're just ratchet strapping it to the tractor. Let's pull it down. Yeah, now will it pull the fork up or the beam down? I think it is pulling it down. I think you are lifting it a little bit. I mean, that's it right there, right? It's one of those ideas I don't know if we should be proud of or embarrassed of.
See how purple it is inside?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, it's really purple. Yeah, the dust that's coming out kind of looks all purple like when we milled it.
Where is it?
Something like that?
Yep.
Is that pretty straight?
Yep.
Like right there?
Yep.
Check those out. All blued, and they have been sitting out in the weather too, so they just have that cool rustic look. But I'll put a link to that video that I was talking about where we blued some bolts like this. That pull it in. Oh, by the way, the bluing compound we used for this, we ended up finding a cheaper price than what we showed in the original video, so we'll put a link to that better one in the description of this video. That's it. Now we find out if it's gonna lift the concrete block out of the ground or stay in place. All right, so here we go. Oh, it did pull it up a little bit. Well, it pulled up the bracket. Yeah, just a little bit. All right, so you can see that that did work. Pulled out the gap in there. We checked it. That beam is level. Posts are still plumb. And now we started with our first rafter and made that cut right there. So now that is a level cut, and it's the width of a 2x4. So when we put that up later, it'll be good. So we're good with that. So now we just have to go through all the rafters and make that one cut. Love when we cut this because it's pink on the inside. is screwed in place now, so we can finally remove these. All right, so now we're gonna see if it stayed plumb after all that. And that one is perfect. Yeah, that one's perfect. Just right on the dot. Yep, perfect. And we got the Dovo on it perfectly level. That's pretty good. All right, so everything is screwed in place now, and feels good to finally have that done. Now we just have to put the decking up on top and the metal roof, and it'll be done. And we also got rid of that gap completely, so it's just great. Still has that little bit of wobble because it's a square, but as soon as we put that decking up on top, I think it's gonna be very strong. But since it is cold today, we're gonna head inside and wrap up a couple more things to do with our electrical. Been working on all those outlets throughout the week and have it mostly done, so we're just about ready for an inspection. Just a couple little changes and we'll be good to go. All right, so here's our main breaker panel, and last time we ran in this conduit right here. We're gonna be coming in and having this conduit body up underneath the breaker box, but we decided we're gonna flip this around, so we're gonna be doing that in a minute. So our power will come up through here, and then all of our home runs will come in through the top. And we also went ahead and got a 6-3 wire that we're gonna run for a electric oven. We don't really think we're actually gonna use that right now, but we kind of just wanna run it because now is the time to do it. We'll probably have a gas oven.
Now we flip it. Yeah. You might want to knock some things out first though.
All right, so we have everything pretty much ready to go for inspection now. So we're gonna go ahead and see if they can come out next week, check everything out. We ended up using the X tool to make some holes in this piece of wood up here just to kind of keep things organized as it comes in. So earlier we decided to flip this so that everything will come along the bottom. And we also intentionally left this big gap right here because this is where our solar charge controller is going to go. And the one we're looking at is the EG4 18 kVp. And we're thinking about doing 2 of those. This charge controller, if we get it, is going to be awesome. It can tie in directly with our breaker panel and do 12,000 watts per unit. But it'll be able to control the generator, send power back if we ever get too much, and just manage the whole battery system. So lots of cool stuff. And if anyone has any connections that can get us sponsored and get one of those, that would also be pretty awesome. Yeah, we're just gonna continue on with this, get this inspected, and that'll be a wrap for this video. Thank you to everyone for watching and liking the video and subscribing. And also a big shout out to everyone that backs us over on Patreon. Really appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys next time.